Who would like to sum up our last session for inspiration?
The only thing I have clarity on is horse double jump.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're going to pick a highlight, why not pick the best highlight? That makes sense.
But ultimately, I think we were mostly just chasing down devils. I'll be honest, I don't even know that I wrote down where we. Oh wait, no, we're like still kind of chasing.
Yep.
Someone was talking about like kids, them darn kids running through the market.
That sounds about right. How about where'd we start last session? Anyone remember?
We started in the window of the building where our new friend question mark
Right. Excellent.
uh,
Yeah.
person we have met whose goals has aligned with ours
Mhm.
temporarily. Um, uh, uh, we like Max said, we chased down some devils who were already fleeing from us.
Mhm.
Um, with the stone, we chased them through Waterdeep a bit until we saw one of them hand off the stone to the butler for the Castellanters. I want
Yeah,
to say
Wilford.
Hugh. Okay, yeah, Wilford. Definitely what I was about to say. Definitely wasn't about to say Hubert.
Excellent.
Um, we we grabbed. Well, grabbed may not be the entirely correct term, but well, no, I guess we did telekinetically grab, horse assault grab. Got the stone from Hubert. However, Hubert got it onto the carriage that uh, he had taken to meet with the devils, and the carriage being driven by a some other kind of devil in
Bearded
armor,
devil.
bearded devil. And while we were fighting with them and dealing with parole officers spotting some of us, um, or just all kinds of general Waterdeep shenanigans.
Mhm.
I believe it is my recollection, but this is probably misplaced, that essentially something we could not see grabbed the stone and ran off, creating a path of debris in its wake to make sure that we couldn't follow. But we have done just that and gone into a sewer grate, I think.
That is
No.
correct.
Oh, okay. Yes, there was also Ot Steel Toes came out of a separate sewer grate
Yes.
to detain. I just called him Hubert again.
Wilford. That's
Wilford.
okay.
Wilford Brimley, diabetes.
Yes.
That's I will remember his name now. And so, with a significant amount of trouble behind us, and certainly more trouble ahead of us, and probably low resources for a significant number of us, we continue our chase.
Yeah, excellent. Um yeah, so Max and Ted, give yourself some inspiration and let's put
That's very
you.
generous.
Yeah, oh, anyone who contributes can get some inspiration. I'm not proud. Um and after um trailing uh some various clues and some individuals pointing out where some nefarious kids, quote unquote, have run from and to. You have found yourselves in the sewers. And I just want to check, can everybody see yourselves on the map?
Sure can.
Yeah,
Okay, let me
about
make it.
all I see.
Which way did we come in from?
Well, you came in from the east, right? And so
Got
what I want to do at this point, right, is give you guys the opportunity, right, um, to decide how you would have entered the sewer and what your marching order would be under these circumstances. Right. I've sort of arbitrarily put you here, and I realize that it's a tight squeeze. And so, Corsonis, I don't know that you necessarily want to be in front, but I will let you all negotiate about how you would have been traversing these sewers.
Hmm.
Like to be.
I've got. Hmm?
I said I was.
Do you want?
I'm not sure that I should be up front, but I can be.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I'll duck ahead here. Does Exidia have a preference?
I think nearer to the front.
Okay,
Okay. How are we feeling about that order?
fine by me.
Yeah, it works.
Fantastic. Let me this up. Okay. Yeah. So you find yourselves in the not very comfortable position of uh, trudging through some sludge in the sewers. And the aroma is none too pleasant. You're probably following this particular pipeline for 15 or 20 minutes when you come around this bend and you can see sort of the straight run of sewer that you see before you. And along your left, right, is clearly a door with a rusted gate in front of it that is it's sort of swung open. The gate itself is no longer functioning, right? How long ago it was functioning is unclear, but it wasn't anytime recently. This thing is pretty busted up, but there's a door there that is currently closed.
Uh, if I give it a good hearty shove, does it open?
It most certainly does. Why don't you give it that shove? I think it should work.
Whoop.
Yeah,
Hey,
and you immediately hear just three high pitched screams, right? And they do not stop screaming. And what Nim you see, all four of you hear this, but Nim, you see three children huddled in the corner here, all sort of hugging each other, right? And um, like simultaneously hugging each other to get closer to each other, but also sort of kind of pushing each is trying to push the other two in front of themselves to get more to get more protection from whatever's coming in through the door. And they are screaming bloody murder.
I just cast calm emotions on them into that room.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. What is the DC on that?
15
And is it a wisdom check? Charisma saving throw.
charisma.
Okay. Uh, okay. One of the three kids, like, they don't stop screaming immediately, but it's clear, like, as they're ramping down their screaming, they're not really clear what they were screaming about, and as they're ramping down their screaming, they're looking at their two friends who still continue to scream bloody murder, right? And, like, this one clearly is confused about what is going on.
Shh. Like he's not crossing the threshold, but is like
Mhm,
trying to not be as like
right.
uh big.
This individual here, who is the one who has stopped screaming,
Mhm.
just says, "Oh, hello. I don't I don't know what their problem is."
Have you seen someone running? But hey, we're looking for a stone.
"Oh, you can have it. Please take it. That thing's awful."
Ah, Great, great. Can I come in? I Can you
"Please."
two please?
Um, as you approach, they just scream louder.
Come on. I'll put my hands like up and like
They scream louder
turn
at the movement of your hands.
uh like sword sheathed,
Mhm,
instrument probably still like dangling around my shoulders, but like but free.
okay,
uh Come on, we just want the stone. We're not
right.
gonna do anything else to you.
The one who has calmed turns to, uh, his two friends and is like, "Look, he's promising to take the stone. He's gonna take that horrible thing away." They seem to calm a little bit, and aren't, um they're not, the screaming starts to subside, but there's a lot of, like, heavy breathing and hyperventilating and, um, you know, wiping away tears and snot and that sort of thing. They are, pretty clearly very upset. And, the one who has calmed down is sort of waving you in and pointing. He's like, "Yep, it's through there."
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll walk around this corner
Mhm,
with like my chest towards them, so I'm not like just able to make eye contact with them.
mhm. Okay.
And walk in. Where is it?
Well, after it, after it spoke to Squiddy's mind, and he points to this individual, after it spoke to her in her head, uh, she dropped it and started screaming, and we all ran out here where she was just screaming, "It's alive! It's alive!" So it should be, uh, in the room over there. And as you're looking in this room, the immediate room you see, Nim, um, there's not much of, anything. There's some broken furniture, right? In the room a little further down, there appears to be, um, like a couple, chairs, a small table. All of those are sort of in the corner over here. Um, there's uh, a set of shelves over here. All of the furniture looks, um, dilapidated but functional. It's the type of stuff that, the sort of modern day equivalent of someone left this out on the street to be picked up by whomever, right? And
Mm.
apparently, these kids have picked it up to make themselves a little clubhouse. On the shelves over here, there's a small handful of, um, like edible, foodstuffs, and, Yeah, that's about all you can see from your current location.
Okay, I'll bring my I'll summon dancing lights to
Hmm.
like the corners of the room and
Hmm.
illuminate and kind of scan.
Okay.
Um, and just say, are you guys hungry? And I'll look around in my bag for a pack of snacks,
Um.
rations.
s-
That's the word.
Right. Squiddy and this other one whose name you don't know yet. They're just sort of sniffling, and at the question, they quiet down even further. Um, Jenks is like, "Oh, well, we could always use some food," and gets up and walks over. I'm Jenks.
Nim. I'll extend my hand to shake and like pull out one of the rations I have in my bag.
He just says, "Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you. Just one for the three of us."
I've got more. A couple more. I'll just empty my I've got 5 I think in my bag, and so I'll just put all of them, the other 4 onto the table.
Well, no table in here, right? Just them
Oh right,
huddling. Yeah. So
the
like he
yeah.
just he grabs them and goes back, distributes them to uh, his compatriots, and they Jenks is a little more enthusiastic, but everyone starts gnawing at these rations.
Uh,
Probably more enthusiastic about having received them than at having tasted them.
yeah. Um, I'll stand here for a second and just say, is it alright if I call my friends in here to help us find it?
Well, whatever you have to do to get out of here, hurry, please.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll like poke my head through the through here.
Mhm.
Do I even have? I do not have message. I'll just shout, "Hi, Yusidia, can you hear me?" You're not that far away, I think.
I can hear you. I can't really see anything though. Corsonis, I think you've got a torch.
Oh,
I'll
right.
send
Are you completely
lights your
without
guys'
light,
way.
Ixidia?
I can see there is an aura of light coming off of Corsonis that gives me vision, but
I
other than
gotcha.
that, it's all black.
Okay, gotcha.
Uh, that is probably the torch, which I will cast a light spell on and hand over. I can't see crap without one either, but light is not a. Oh wait, I don't have light. I will just light it with prestidigitation.
Okay,
I'll
let's.
So
send
mark
dancing
off
lights the
2
hall up to,
torches.
like through the hall to you guys.
Uh,
I don't have torches because I have a sage's kit. Oh
It's okay.
boy.
It's okay. Dancing lights is coming.
okay, let's do a little bit of this. See how this works. Has that changed your ability to see at all, Corsonis?
I could see before.
Okay.
I can I can see more now. I've got light off on my token now. That's good.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
uh, that's Jinx and Squiddy, and I don't think the other one's introduced himself.
Oh, this is Jenks again. As that's Nat, and Nat is having a difficult time sawing her way through uh, the ration, but is giving it a real go.
As Corsonis comes into the room, I'll say to him, they said when they touched the stone, it spoke in their head.
Oh,
It's in here somewhere.
Are we sure it's the same stone? Um,
It better be.
I'll cast locate object on the stone of galore.
Can you populate locate object?
Yes, I did.
Oh, there it is right there.
The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close, within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, it would locate the nearest object of a particular
Oh,
kind.
yeah. And up until recently, this wouldn't have worked, but you have since
Right.
seen it. Great.
Yay!
Yeah. It's under the table in this corner.
I will go pick it up.
Hey, great, you found it.
Oh my god.
Okay. A couple things. Kaz, are you coming in or are you hanging out in the hallway?
I'm coming in, but can't remove myself. Remember?
Okay, absolutely. I will put you right about there. And y'all are just waiting as Exidia goes to pick it up.
I will pull out
yeah.
my wand of detect magic and use a second charge to cast detect magic.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah, me too.
All right, let me. Great. Yeah, I mean, you see magic. You see magic coming off of the Stone of Galore.
Unsurprising.
Yeah.
Thank God, honestly.
Yeah, no, right. It'd be a real problem if that wasn't the case. And these kids are like, it spoke in my head. That would be troubling. All right. And you're just grabbing it, Exidia?
Yep.
Okay, great. So I'll move you over here because as you go to grab it, the table snaps at you. I'm going to need everybody to
Wonderful.
roll for initiative.
You'll love it.
Yeah, and just
How you destroy all trust your players have in everything around them.
yeah.
God, my health is not great right now.
All right.
There we go.
Fantastic. Let me do what I can to get you actually in here. Change this to all right. Nim, you are up. You see this table try and take a chomp out of. Actually, let me get that done
Yeah, because
first.
there's a good chance they will take a chomp out of me.
Right. Does a 15 hit you?
It definitely does.
All right. That is 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
And oh, that's not good. And 3 acid damage.
Ooh. Gorgeous.
Yeah. All right. Surprise round is over. Nim, what you got?
Oh fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh shit, that is not close enough. Do I still have a bow? I do. I have
Yeah,
a short bow.
that's a real good question.
I do have a short bow that I stole off of Kanku.
Awesome.
Minimum damage.
Remember them guys? Yeah, I remember Kenku too.
Great. Yeah, that's certainly a hit.
Hey, Exidia, are you dying?
Yep, I'm hurting.
Okay. Well, healing word for you.
Cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, not bad.
Oh, there's not a lot of spell slots left on this sheet, are there? Okay. That's my
Well,
turn.
Hey, 13's better than 5.
Yeah.
all right. Kaz, you are up. You are let me measure for you. You are 40 feet from this mimic. Pretty much a straight shot. You can see what's going on there.
Oh, fuck. Wait. I just remember how many points of exhaustion I picked up last game.
That is an excellent point.
Oh, fuck me, man. I am. What would be the best thing to do? I see. Am I in line of sight with the mimic tape?
You can see the mimic. Yeah, absolutely.
I am. I'm going to bonus action give the give my health in action to Exidia, and I am going to try and shoot him because I don't want to get bit by him either.
Okay. I think in order to give your help action, I think you've got to move 10 feet closer. Right? Is it? You have to be within 30 feet.
30 feet. 30.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I
right
got
now you're within 40 feet. So I'll move you
10 feet.
the 10 feet closer, and you're using your bonus action to give Exidia the help action. Is that correct?
Yes.
Fantastic. And your action.
Is to shoot it with my button.
Okay. Yeah, let's roll that. Yeah, 21 definitely hits. You
Do I get sneak attack as of this? Because Exidia is right next to it.
yeah, absolutely. Roll those sneak attack dice.
Now I gotta remember how much sneak attack damn shot do.
D6 at this
At
level.
5 it's what, 3d6?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm 4 levels of rogue.
Oh,
Oh,
then
so
it should still be
2d6.
2d6. I believe it goes up every other level.
Mhm.
So 1, 3, 5, 7. Yeah.
Oh, 10.
Damn.
Holy
Shit.
moly. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you nail this thing right in what sort of appears to be where like a table leg would have met the table, but is also like where its leg meets its body. It's very difficult to sort of make out, but it clearly hurt from that and is limping a little bit. Okay, the mimic. Is gonna lash out with its sticky tongue at Exidia. And yeah, 23 will certainly hit. Um, and let's see here. Oh no, it has sort of dropped its object form, so it's no longer sticky, but that is 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, and was there also acid damage?
Not on this one, no.
Okay. Oof.
Because
I'm
I thought I was gonna stick you, but it turns
Uh-huh.
out I got too smart for my own good. Corsonus.
boy. Oh dear. Oh dear. What's going on? Oh dear. I can't see anything.
Could I actually, right quick, telekinetic reprisal? Make them make a strength save.
Yeah, absolutely.
DC is 16.
They fail that strength save.
Okay, 2d8 force damage. 12 damage.
Okay.
They would be pushed back, but there's a wall behind them. So.
Mhm. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, Corsonis, you are up. Excellent use of telekinetic reprisal.
Well, Exidia, I'm going to try to get you out of there. I will telekinetic shove Exidia towards me.
Okay.
Exidia can willingly fail the save to be pulled 5 feet away from the creature.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and move yourself. Fantastic.
I will launch a ray of frost at it. Oh, it's probably a good thing you moved. That's it for me.
Okay. Great. And Ray of Frost is just an attack roll, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, that ray looks like it's headed right for this thing, and at the last minute, it gets up on its tiptoes and it shoots just under its belly. Exidia, you are up.
I'll just kind of like look back at Nim. I promise I'm not leaving this all to you, and then turn invisible. Using the bonus action hidden step. So bonus action turn invisible. And then I'll just scooch over here and cast a spell to heal myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna give myself a 3rd level cure wounds.
Okay. And does hidden step just last until the beginning of your next turn, or does this spell break the invisibility?
This spell does not break the invisibility.
Mhm.
The only things that do are making an attack, making a damage roll, or forcing someone to make a saving throw.
Okay.
And so since I cast a spell on myself, none of those happen.
Gotcha. All right, fantastic. Anything else for you?
That's it for now.
Great. Nim, Exidia has just disappeared in front of your eyes, although not the first time you have seen that happen.
Yeah, I'll just kind of look around in a little bit of a panic, but then draw the bow again. I'd rather this thing come to me rather than get closer. Actually, I'll take a couple steps back now. And then short bow.
Okay,
Ooh.
that hits. Yeah.
Okay, that's it for me.
Yeah, y'all are just peppering this thing with arrows at this point. Kaz, Nim has backed up right next to you, basically. Exidia has disappeared.
But okay. I I don't want to get killed by this damn thing. I'm already exhausted. I'm just going to keep peppering it with more arrows, like you said.
Great.
I am going to give my bonus action help to Chrysanthemum.
Okay.
Try one more time. Hello? That's one.
Let's go roll 20. You can do it.
Oh, bosses.
There we are. Ah,
Oh, nah.
yeah. Arrow sails wide to the left and sticks into the wall above the snapping mimic. Anything else for your turn?
I'm going to stay right here. Hopefully it goes after Nim before it goes after me first.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people's self-preservation instincts coming out when at the end of this long chase and people are feeling its effects. The mimic has no idea where its previous target has disappeared to, so it will simply lumber forward towards the group that it can see. And that is its turn. And all of you can see as it does, Stone Galore just sitting right there. Corsonus, you are up.
I will take advantage of the help that has been given to me to try to zap this thing with a ray of frost.
Excellent. Yeah, that definitely does it. As you hit this thing, just happened. And it is almost instantly covered in a layer of frost, and it is clearly laboring just to continue like breathing and snapping at y'all. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Corsonus?
I will attempt to telekinetically shove it backwards.
All right.
No. You go back in the corner, up against the wall.
Right, and that is a strength save, correct? Oh boy.
Correct. DC 16.
Yeah. The frost that is now covering it almost completely makes it all the more difficult for it to gain any purchase in the ground or on the ground. And so when you attempt to telekinetically shove it, it just slides back.
Over here, so I can see it.
All right. That it for you?
That's it.
Fantastic. Exidia.
Feeling a little bit better. I become visible at the beginning of my turn, and I will move forward and swing at it with Primal Savagery.
Yeah,
Hope
that
that
definitely
he's
hits.
not immune to acid damage.
You clearly hit it. The acid just pools up against its skin and rolls right off.
Yep. Sweet. Fantastic.
Anything else for you?
I will bonus action Misty Step over here.
Okay.
And that's it.
Nim, you are up.
kind of give a ooh to that mystical whiff for Exidia,
Yeah, that
and
hurts.
yeah, and then just draw another arrow.
Hmm. Yeah, that hits.
Sweet.
Um,
Hanging out with some shit damage die here, but that's okay.
yeah. Would you like to explain to everyone how you end this frosted over mimic uh, with your stolen? Well, not stolen, but with your acquired
Acquired.
right short bow.
Yeah, just kind of like hissing the like grimace of sympathy at Exidia, just knocking the arrow without looking, and then at the last second before release, uh, making target, and just a solid thwack of it being fairly close to the bow when it is struck. The force of it just uh, uh, pushes it down and under the sewer water. Are we in dry land? I don't remember.
No, this is dry. This is a
Oh,
little
thank
bit
God.
elevated, yeah, from the trench that you trudged through to get here.
Great. Okay. Yep, that's it. Just collapse.
All right, fantastic. Mimic averted. Um, there are some chairs in this room.
I will correct you. We did not avert the mimic. We pretty
Mimic, right.
much
Mimic
got
ended.
right into the
Right.
mimic.
Right.
Right. Should I know what this is that I can see?
They're just rats roaming around in that room. It's
Big
fine.
okay.
ol' rat.
Yeah.
We
They don't seem very interested after the commotion that was just caused.
Great. Hey, is that it? And I'll just point at the rock on the ground.
Yep. That's what I was after before that table nearly took my hand off.
Can grab it with a mage hand if that would be. Can grab it with my brain if that would be. If we think that would be safer.
You know, now that you mention it, the kids did say that it spoke to them in their brain, so it's probably a good idea.
I will mage hand the rock.
Yeah, you got it. Congratulations. You have yourselves the Stone of Galore.
Oh my God.
fucking finally got sale.
Now what do we do with it?
Yeah,
We
now,
actually got it now.
all right.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, what is the plan now? It's a good question.
Hey, thanks, kids. Actually, great help.
Well, we've got to get it somewhere safe, which I think rules the hunt out, since the Castellanders will know if we take it there. Do we have somewhere that we can think of that is safe and relatively unknown? We could take it to Force Grey headquarters, but that seems well. That seems like a place they would look for us. I mean,
Maybe if we take it back to the haunt, they'll be like, nah, there's no way they would just take it back there. That's stupid. And not come looking for us there.
We
that
could
is
go out.
technically possible.
We could go to wherever we're supposed to be performing parole. They'd never think to look for us there either. I mean, the house of it's not helping hands.
Fired.
Yes, but that's a little bit more of a public location. It wouldn't be unrecognizable. We could take it right back to Rainier Never Ember, since it is his.
Not a bad idea. If it's speaking into brains, perhaps it is looking for its proper owner.
Well,
Could we
should we
ask it,
find
do you
out?
think?
I think so.
I guess I will.
Yeah, brain things are your stuff.
Yeah, like you picked it up with your brain.
All right, I will drop the stone into my hand.
Okay, just one quick moment while I write down. Brain things are your stuff. 'Cause I think I've got an episode title.
God damn it.
I mean, never can tell what's going to happen from now until then, but
It's true. It's true.
I do like brain things are your stuff. So, Corsonus, you were carrying this with your mage hand upon conversation with the party. The decision is made that perhaps you should
Speak to the stone.
speak to the stone. So you drop it into your hands, and your head feels a little fuzzy as you do, and the first thing you hear some noises that you can't really make out, almost like you're tuning into an AM radio station, and it's sort of zeroing in on your particular brain waves until finally you hear, "Oh, well, it's about time. Finally, we meet."
Hello there. I have to say, we have been trying to get a hold of you for some time. I
Oh.
am Corsonus.
Your car's extended warranty.
Damn it. I am Corsonus. I'm not sure if you're how exactly aware you are, but these are my friends. This is Exidia, that's Nim, and that's Kaz.
All right.
Well, what I can tell you is that I have been waiting for you all, longer than you have been searching for me. I have foreseen not this specific course of events, but that there would be 5 who would find me and prove worthy to uncover the horde of dragons beneath Waterdeep. It's good to finally meet you.
And you, it would seem. If I may ask, how did you foresee this?
Oh, well. My powers are vast and many, but my role is to remain in this stone to fulfill my promise to the Neverember. But if what I have seen is accurate, you are in contact with the Neverember, yes?
With Rainier Neverember, yes.
Oh. For my purposes, one's as good as another. So,
That didn't
What-
sound ominous in the slightest.
what shall we do now?
Can you tell me how the 4 of us would get to these dragons? We need some place to lay low for a little while. Come to think of it, the safest place would probably be in the one place no one can get to without your assistance.
Oh, certainly. There's an old tower in the Sea Ward. Underneath it is the entrance. If you are talking about hiding out there, I assume you have gotten the 3 keys already?
Of course it would not be that easy. Of course it wouldn't be. We haven't gotten 3 keys throughout our journey, have we? Have we? I don't think we have.
3 keys.
What sort of keys exactly are we looking for, Stone of Galore?
Well, in
Also,
order to,
is that your name, or is there something else I should call you?
you may refer to me as the Stone of Galore, or just Galore if you prefer. In order to share any greater information, you'll have to attune to me just as you would any other magical object. Once that's complete, I can tell you an exact location and tell you more about the keys that you're looking for.
Right. That will get right on that as soon as we find a safe place to take the time to do that. What do you think? Is this area safe, everyone, for an hour or so? Or should we perhaps find somewhere safer? Is there somewhere perhaps in the seaward? Because that is where that is the entrance that the stone would take us to, although we will need a series of keys first.
I'll look to the kids and say, "Do you usually get grown-ups down here?"
Mostly calm now. They just shake their head no.
I think we're good here.
Works for me. I will go into a corner and sit down and begin to meditate.
Excellent. What's everybody else doing?
Short rest.
Heck yeah,
Excellent.
short rest.
Face down on the floor, just sleeping.
I'm doing the same shit with you,
Does
bro.
does anybody have a passive perception above a 19?
Adam,
me
that's
check.
so high.
I know.
My passive
well-
is 18. So
Okay.
Oh, no.
Right. A lot of good. Well, I mean, Kaz is the one with the 19, so there's a lot of good passive perceptions here, which is just to say.
And then there's
that,
my 10.
right, perfect. Right, which just means even better at meditating on this thing because
I'll switch with you. I'll take the 10 right now.
Unlike Kaz and Exidia, you do not hear 15 minutes in. You hear commotion coming from the sewer tunnel that you walked down here through.
Yeah, we should have known that they would see us come down here. What? Of course.
yeah, these kids don't usually have anyone come down here, but
And
also
then we
usually
did.
the Stone of Galore is not here either.
And usually we don't do a fucking chase in the middle of the city. Oh fuck, we're going to jail.
Okay. Are you anything that you're doing to try and avert this, or is this you're just letting what happens happen?
I'm a high, bro. Fuck, I need
I
somewhere
mean,
to
should we
hide.
just try to get deeper in? Like, should we see like if we can go down one of these passageways filled with rats and just book it?
I think we're okay here.
I'm hiding, bro. I need somewhere to hide, man.
Okay. Kaz is going to try and hide.
Kids, you never saw us.
Okay. So is everyone trying to hide?
I am unaware of all of this. I am going to continue my meditations.
Great. I would like the three of you to describe to me how you plan on hiding in this very sparsely decorated space. I mean, you killed one of 4 pieces of furniture that was in this location.
I think I'm just sitting here and watching where the entrance was.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's as much like trying to fully hide as
Mhm.
just like ducking around this corner and like waiting. And if
Gotcha.
something comes in here, then it's showtime.
Gotcha.
Hoping that they just don't even enter the door off the first hallway.
Okay. I will say, I should have said this earlier. I apologize. Right, but in this location, right, you can see a doorway, right, that clearly just based on your where you came from, you can say this is a doorway that leads out to the tunnel, right? But you didn't see a door when you were in the tunnel. So you can surmise that this is some sort of secret passageway that's only easily viewable from this side. Like when you all were out in the tunnel, this area just looked like smooth wall.
Maybe if we can time it well enough and move quietly enough as they enter the room and interrogate the children, we can sneak through this secret passageway and get out of here.
Should we just
Okay.
fucking book it right now?
At that, um the footsteps and the commotion has been getting louder. You can start to hear um some actual voices. Uh, they must have come down this way. There weren't any branches. Wait, is that a door ahead? And you initially hear somebody burst through the door over here, right? And then you hear someone scream, "There appear to be kids in here." The kids are now screaming again, right? And two guards come in and are just pulling these kids out this doorway.
Whoa. They're grabbing the children?
Yes, they're grabbing these screaming children.
Are they
And
city guards or just dudes? Or like
these are city guards.
uh
Turn this commotion. We can just fucking book it, bro.
What's the plan, team?
I don't think I can let the kids. Oh my god. I don't think I can do that. I think I have to go after them and make sure that they're okay.
They're
Okay.
gonna be okay. Those are town guards. They're really cool.
Yeah, because we've met so many cool city guards.
We're gonna go to jail.
We're
Well,
supposed to be in jail.
Nim, as you're having this conversation, presumably walking towards the door, right?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
More guards come streaming in, and upon seeing you, one of them screamed, "Here's one of them!" And they charge towards you, not with weapons out, since you don't have any weapons out currently, right? Um,
Mhm.
but they charge towards you like they are going to apprehend you.
Ah, fuck. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, so it sounds like you're apprehended. You're acquiescing to that.
yeah, I'd rather that than fight it.
Great. Anybody else fighting or running? Or are we just all getting captured by the city guard?
Oh, not this again.
If I wasn't exhausted, I would have been fucking booked it.
Yeah, we're not in a state where we can
Okay.
get. Yeah.
Let
It is
me.
unfortunate, but I will be fighting the whole way down. But it should be pretty easy for them to knock me out.
Okay.
Oh god.
Great. So, you're gonna fight until they knock you unconscious. Is that correct, Exidia?
Yep.
Okay, fantastic. Um,
During
great.
that time, I will do my best to hide the Stone of Galore somewhere on my person.
That is, um, hold on, let me see. Yeah, that at least in the short term, that is successful. Let me do that. And you are actually, let me do that as well. And you are taken to a familiar location.
What time of day is it?
It's at this point, you started off at about 8 o'clock in the morning, right? In this whole crazy chase. You at this point, between running through the sewers and um the 15 minutes that you spent down there, and then being escorted back out of the store, we'll say it's probably 1 or 2 in the afternoon. I mean, the good news, as Barnabas Blastwind, right? Um, right, is like pinching the bridge of his nose as the guards take the 4 of you, along with the unconscious Exidia, right? Whom I will see.
I think she only got her teeth into one of them that time. It's an improvement.
Right. Yeah, Barnabas is like, look, I- I'm I don't I'm not going to ask any questions because I don't want to know the answer to how you could have gotten yourselves in so much trouble um in the hour and a half that has passed since you completed professing to your crimes as was adjudicated by the magister. And I've checked with our individuals that coordinate that, and you were clearly there confessing to your crimes. So the first thing we're going to do is get you all hosed off because you reek. We're going to have some guards come in, and we're going to need all of your gear. Right? They are just taking things from Exidia since Exidia is unconscious. The 3 of you, what are you doing?
Just muttering in the unconsciousness. This is bullshit.
Well, you're not muttering anything. You're unconscious.
I will. I guess I will acquiesce, except for I. Wait, are we in? Oh boy. I can try to. The telekinetic feat allows me to cast Mage Hand with no components whatsoever, no verbal or somatic components, and the hand is invisible. And the spell itself does not require an arcane focus, so I don't need that. I don't need to do anything. I can just make the stone float up at the ceiling where it is out of line of sight. I will hand over absolutely everything else that I own. My spell books, my I will give them. I will.
Okay.
Everything but my boots and my small clothes if they want it.
There are, including Barnabas, there are 6 guards and Barnabas, so there are 7 people here.
Okay, so
yeah, unfortunately, 2 of the guards, right, just point up. And
yeah, I mean, if they're not leaving us, I'm not going to do that because that's just the stone then suddenly float. That's going to be obvious. I am doing my best to keep the stone hidden from them while I hand over everything else. Essentially, if I have to have the stone, put it in my hand, put my hand behind my back like I'm, grabbing one of the 2 daggers I have, and then having the stone float there behind me for the amount of time necessary, I will do that. If I
Okay.
can.
help
I'm
him
just
with that?
trying to hold on to this stone.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
Tuck it in my cloak if I need
Right.
to.
What you're doing, and I can't believe I'm going to make this reference, right? But in the cinematic tour de force, Now You See Me, right? There's a
Yes.
scene, right, where they're flipping
Uh-huh.
that fucking cart around amongst the 4 of them, right?
You hear that,
To try
YouTube?
and
I got a reference.
right. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I want dex checks from everyone. Corsonis, yours is at advantage. Actually, sleight of hand checks from everyone. Yours is at advantage because you've got your funky mage hand working for you.
Oh my god.
Take expertise in this skill.
I got disadvantage.
I got
Not expertise, just skilled. Okay.
I got nothing in any of these. That's
I
still
would-
an 18.
Kaz, I'll
I
give
mean,
you
yeah.
advantage. You want an inspiration?
Wait, I still gotta roll it out. This is with disadvantage, but yeah, let me roll it one more time. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Ouch.
I mean, the good news is the nat 1's not that much lower than the
Right.
other.
Right.
Dang it.
I
Well,
will
I
spend
was
an
rolling with
inspiration on-
disadvantage. That was still the first one.
Yeah.
We got one more attempt at this guy. 16.
Oh.
Okay.
I will also spend an inspiration, even though the 18 is pretty good, just to see if I can get even better. Survey says, no, I can't.
Nice.
It's still the 18.
Wow. Okay. Oh, that's right. And thank you, Exidia. You would not be doing this because you are unconscious. It took me a while to figure that out. Okay, that's real strong.
Is there
Let's
any way
see.
that I could have given the help action to Nim on this?
I rolled a 26. I can only get that was almost as.
Well, I don't have to worry about shit then. I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sly as a fucking fox, bitches.
Hey, my bad, bro. I didn't know I was talking to a gangster right now.
Okay. Wow, that was so fucking close. There's everybody thank you, Max. Barnabas and 5 of the 6 guards are all the 5 of the 6 guards are like, okay, let us get out of here and turn the hoses on them, right? Barnabas is like, I'll try and get this straightened out, I guess, right? And
If you'd like to contact there is one Ott Steel Toe who should have in his charge one I don't know Wilfred's surname actually. Serves the Castellanters. That should help provide some context.
oh, you mean Wilford?
Wilfred.
Yeah. He's upstairs. We're talking to him right now.
Oh, good. I wonder if he's telling you the truth, though, since I doubt he will actually admit to what he was doing and who he was cavorting with.
Oh, this isn't our first interrogation, so I'm sure we can figure that out. The 6th guard is like, hey, Barnabas, I think they're hiding something. You got any magic on you that can Barnabas pulls out a wand, right? And turns to you, Corsonis, and just says, "Hand it over."
Under spell.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't actually have any.
Okay.
Number one, I
Awesome.
don't have counterspell. Number two, I
Awesome.
have no third level slots.
Um.
I will hand over my wand of detect magic.
Okay. Which looks amazingly similar to the wand that Barnabas is using currently, right? And he uses it again and just puts his hand out again.
This is for me. I am not comfortable handing it. Fine. Just out of curiosity, when will I get that back?
Well, assuming everything checks out, you'll get it back when we let you go.
Mhm. Just out of curiosity, is Wilford in a cell like this, or is he just in an interrogation room?
Well, right now, Wilford's in the magistrate's office.
I see. Was not arrested at any point today, was he?
We don't have
I will
to
take your silence as a no.
explain our methods to you, but because I like you, I can say that from professional experience, a man of Wilford Station is much more likely to talk if he thinks that we are coming to him out of a position of need.
A
Hard to
servant.
hard to establish that if we put him in a cell.
Uh-huh. A man of his stature, a servant.
It's who he serves that's important.
I serve the Blackstaff. Are the Castellanters more important than them? And yet we are here. It's fine.
Barnabas just steps out of the way, lets the motions to the guard, who turns a wheel. The various spigots in this room turn on. You're all doused with water to wash all the crap off of you.
I could have done
And
that with magic in a quarter of the time and less of the hassle.
As we're sputtering water,
Mhm.
I just nudge Corsonis with my shoulders. Like, did you hear that? He said he likes you.
um,
I just do the thing where you squirt, you squeeze your hands together and squirt water, and it's right in his face.
Nice. After a few moments, the water stops. Barnabas just motions, says, "I think you all know the way. Exidia, you have been woken up by the water. You've got a hit point." And he just escorts you to cells that you have been in before. The, I guess, good news is that he doesn't put you downstairs. He's still putting you in these private cells. So take that along with his statements to you, Corsonis, for what it's worth. But he now has the stone and disappears and leaves you guys here.
Under no
If
circumstances give that to Wilford. I
you
will
hear no
shout that at
response.
him. As
Yeah.
he's leaving.
Absolutely. You hear no response. You're here for a while. If you guys would like, you can actually take short rest now.
Did they take my badge from me?
Yes.
God damn it.
Yes. Indeed.
Can only use the regular arcane recovery to get some spell slots back.
Mhm.
They obviously have some respect for your badge because they did take it from you.
And Kaz, because of the unique nature of the chase related exhaustion points. If you're taking a short rest, they are wiped clean.
Oh
So,
God, thank God.
yeah, so you have no points of exhaustion.
This fucking sucks, bro.
So the question is, do I get like a second and a first, or do I just take 1 third-level spell slot?
How critical do you think a counter spell is going to be? Wait, you don't have
I
that?
don't
No,
have
shit.
counterspell.
Fuck.
The question is at that point is, how critical do I think sending is? Because that I do have.
This ending might be super good right now, actually.
Right. 1 third-level spell slot back. I do have 1 first level that I have held on to thus far. Everything else is toast.
I have 1 first level as well, but Bardic Inspirations are all back, so... Also, do you think Song of Creation could let you make a key that could unlock whatever lock you're looking at?
Seen the original, I don't see why not. That's the usual caveat for those sort of things.
Yeah. I'm not trying to break out right now. That just occurred to me that I haven't used that today. I'm being a good little hoodlum, and I'm not trying to break out right now.
Oh,
Hey,
Okay.
Xavier. How you
Um,
doing?
Is everybody done with their short rest?
Mhm.
Okay. Great. A couple hours go by before a guard comes, opens your jail cells, and escorts the 4 of you up through the building. Right, and instructs all of you all to sit on this bench and wait. If you recall, this is clearly a courtroom, right? And you've been in here before because the door up here where the guard takes his post is the magister's office. And you hear a little bit of commotion going on in there. And you eventually hear the door open. Do this, and Wilford walks out, and he turns to the door and just says, "Thank you so much for all of your assistance. Always happy to help the Waterdeep authorities. You know where to get in touch with me if you need to talk further." Um, he turns, sort of tips his cap to this guard, starts walking down here, pauses as he sees the 4 of you, and then
I
just
neigh at him.
right.
Actually, I neigh softly to Exidia and elbow Exidia in the ribs. Hey,
Right.
point
Wilford
at
just
Wilford.
shakes his head and tisk 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 at you, right? Gets to about here when Barnabas on hands and knees pokes his head out through this doorway. Whoops. let me see if I can grab him without grabbing the door. Pokes his head out through this doorway, right? And is a bloody mess and just screams, "Stop him! He's killed the Magister. He's got the stone." And ducks back into the door. And with that,
Ducks in or is like pulled in?
no, like he's ducking for cover. There's a pool of blood, where he poked his head out. So he's not in great shape either. At that, let me do a little juggling here for a second.
Oh, Wilford, I'm out of spell slots. You might get the stab.
Right.
When
You
I'm
might-
out of spell slots.
I mean,
you
none of
might
us
get
have
the
any of our
stab.
stuff either.
That's a solid point.
Right.
My spell selection
Like,
is
I assume we're
Well-
clothed, but
well,
like
no,
they didn't
and,
give us
I-
back like our.
Well, I will say, as they sat you, they gave you back your stuff, right? So you're
Okay.
not.
Oh, I was just getting funky with it.
Yeah, no. You're.
I was looking at all of my spells that don't require material components.
I was looking at all my
Great
spells
time to
and
be a
like,
bard.
Right. That is an oversight on my part, and I apologize for it. Wilfert actually sort
Turns
of
into a mind flayer.
shimmies a little bit, and
Oh God.
right, you've got yourself a
Okay. All right.
good old fashioned
flashback?
doppelganger.
Yeah.
Yep. Sure do.
Yeah.
Sure
Well,
do.
I will say, Max, like, it's fucking amazing, like, how much of the Tay Pursuit stuff is, I'm like, holy shit, like, we're going to run into these in Dragon. All right, here we go.
Oh, that's terrifying. I'm sorry
Yeah.
about that.
No, I mean, nothing wrong with, like, even the fucking, like, paper that you can basically use as, like, it's all here. It's pretty impressive.
I actually found. I found
Mhm.
those in like as an item list
Mhm.
from Dragon Heist, which I didn't know about. I sell those to you guys on the fucking cheap, according to.
Yeah. I mean, they're real good.
Yeah, they're super good, but there's limited supply, and
Mhm.
but yeah, fucking
right.
crack me up. All right.
Let's roll for initiative, everybody.
Oh, but my last one was so good. Ah! Shit.
Oh no.
Boy.
Oh, still going before him though. That's so critical at this time.
And Cat.
Goody.
Right, I need to put you in there.
How long has it been since we started our rampage this morning?
The whole thing's been, I would say, now, since you've been in jail cells for 3-ish hours, I would say you've put in an 8-hour day on this chase.
It's okay. Mage armor is down. Got it.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I don't need that
Oh.
AC anyway. It's fine. It's
Uh,
fine.
Yeah, I'm sure, like a wizard with no mage armor, I'm sure it'll be totally cool.
It's fine.
All right.
It's fine.
Exidia, I'm sorry, Kaz, right? Just so I'm clear, are you able to see the map?
No. I don't look
Okay.
at the map at all.
Okay. Let
you need me to
me.
stream?
The power of the mind.
I'm sorry. Was that a yes? Do you need me to stream my?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
If you want to.
Yeah, I can do that. Make sure that's the right window. Yeah, you can see. There you go.
Great. And so, as you can see, you are
Right.
about 30 feet from the door, right? The doppelganger, formerly and perhaps at some point in the future known as Wilfert, is 10 feet north of the door. And you are up first. What would you like to do?
What I like to do is, you know what? I have spells and stuff like that. I gotta remember I have that. Ooh, actually, I am going to cast. I'm going to cast command on him,
Okay.
and I am going to just tell him to stop.
Sorry.
Okay. Can you populate command for me? Actually, oh, great, you can. Interesting. I will appeal to all of you to read this and just confirm that I am reading this correctly, right? That command apparently has nothing to do with charm or the charmed condition, or
Yes.
more importantly
Correct.
here, immunity to such condition. Fantastic.
Yes.
Let's have at it then. The
It's also
wisdom
unique in that it targets creatures instead of just humanoids.
Yeah.
Which of course its limit being just the word you use.
Yep. Yeah. Well, look, he at Barnabas's appearance and plea out the doorway. Oh, actually, I forgot one guy. Hold on a second. He started to pick up some speed. Booking towards this door over here, but appears to be frozen in place as he has stopped. Anything else for you, Kaz?
I am going to get in front of the door now.
Okay.
I'm going to try to bar him from leaving now.
Right. And let me just make sure. Yeah, and you've got 30 feet of movement, so I will move you there. So you are just standing in front of the door. Fantastic. Anything else for you?
Uh, I guess it gives my I'm gonna give Exidia the help action to try to take the Stone of Galore from him.
Um,
Did I do that?
I don't know if that's how the help action works.
I do not know. I barely
I
use it.
think, I think it's just on attacks. So, you could say it's an attack to grapple. A grapple is a type of attack, right? Or actually, I don't even think it would make a difference. You could just say, I'm giving him the help action. And then if Exidia chose to grapple him, he would have advantage on that one attack. But I don't think you can give help for something as specific as taking an item.
Yeah, sure. Well, they're still getting.
Okay, so you're giving the advantage to Exidia.
Yeah.
Okay. And with that, I think that's movement, action, bonus action. So, Exidia, you are up.
I'm gonna leap up, draw my staff, cast Flame Blade, and come over here and attack.
Oh,
All
shit.
right. Yeah, let's have at it.
So advantage on the attack. Flame Blade. 14 fire damage.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a very effective attack. Anything else?
That is it.
All right. Corsonus.
I will. Do I move to block the door? Have we seen anyone go in and out of this door? Do we know what this is?
you actually came up through that door, right?
Oh,
That's the door down to the prison level or to the first floor of the prison. Like you're on the second floor of the jailhouse now, right? If you remember, the ground floor is where you guys came in. It has those private cells
Yeah.
that you've seen, right? And then there's a basement where there's larger cells. But yeah, this door here behind him is the door to get down, a door to get down to the first level. But like that's this is the prisoner's door, right? And what you can see from signage is that this is the public door.
yeah. I will block the other public door then, because actually, before I move, I
Mhm.
will jam my. We're on like a wooden bench.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will kick through a part of it and fling a bunch of wooden splinters at him. I am going to use my first level spell slot to catch magic missile
Love it.
for 10 points of damage. And you know what? I will try to shove him towards that prison door.
Okay.
We're gonna put your ass in one of these cells.
Right. Yeah. Shoved right with his back up against the door.
I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. That is it for me. That's move, action, and bonus action.
Great. Nim, you're up.
Okay.
Cool spot. Spell slots
I'm
left.
gonna. We have weapons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna get here, and I think just like as I'm like jumping over the benches, I land and plant my feet, and we'll just use the last of these little thunder waves, to just
Okay.
like corner this guy in here.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, that does not seem to have any effect on him.
Any effect?
Well, is this? Let
Oh,
me
it's
see the
it.
spell
Yeah, yeah.
description. Is it
Half on a
half
fail.
or okay? So yeah, it does not have the effect that you wished it would have on him, but
Okay.
he does take a little damage from that.
And then I'll shout out to Exidia. I was good. Do it again. And give you a bardic inspiration.
Sweet.
I think that is it for
Okay.
me. I think.
Right. The doppelganger Wilfert seems a bit confused as to why he has stopped, and he is been hit by the barrage of various attacks and is sort of slowly moving his feet, very little at first, just sort of up and down in place, and then you know getting a little more animated, which is to say that he has he was in fact stopped and cannot and will not move on this turn. But he has also fulfilled the command that was given to him. He did in fact stop. Um, so although he won't be taking movement this turn, he will once again be able to, as a result of the command, he will on his next turn. But what he will be able to do is make attacks, and there is only Nim is the only person that is currently within his range. So,
Doesn't
17. What's that?
the halt command says the target doesn't move and also does not take any actions.
Was the command halt or was the command stop?
Oh, I was just interpreting them as the same thing.
All right. Well, sure. I can roll with that. But that I think the larger point still stands, which is he has as a result of this turn, he has now fulfilled that command. Reasonable?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Command only lasts for a round, so
Okay. Great. So it is the guard's turn. He I think his first order of business is to frantically pull at the door behind him to try and open it. Whether it is to see what's going on in there, to see if he can be some help, or out of pure fear is unclear. But when that is not successful, he will sort of turn the corner just to get a better look at what is going on here. Kaz, you're up.
Oh my god. There's a whole lot going on in there. You know what? I am just going to. I'm gonna try to run up and grapple him. But I'm just gonna try to do that.
Okay.
I gotta look at athletics. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do it. 14.
All right. Yeah, whether it is the speed with which you leap in here, the barrage of attacks that he was under, um, or the lingering effects of the command spell, you are able to grapple him.
Very lanky guy trying his hardest. Guys, I got him. Come on, we gotta stop him. Everybody stop him. Oh my god. Can I get my can I get my help back?
Okay. Anything else for you?
No, that's it.
Okay. Excidia, you are up.
Okay. I will try to pop up on this bench
hmm
and swing with the flame blade.
Yeah. Have at it.
Advantage. Flame blade. Okay. 24.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'll throw the bardic inspiration on the damage. Is
Okay.
that a D6 max? D8. 3. So 15 fire damage.
Okay. Excellent. Anything else for you?
No, that's it.
Great. Corsonis.
I will step up to cover the spot on the door in case he somehow breaks out of the three of them.
Mhm.
Do I whip a ray of frost past you all, or do I just ready? This guard, what does it look like they're coming down here to do?
It's unclear.
Oh boy. Okay.
I mean, like they don't appear. Actually, make me a perception check.
I'm super good at these. My 0 modifier.
Yeah, it's
I'm
unclear.
I'm a little distracted.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I will Ray of Frost Wilford because I hate
Okay.
him.
Get him.
I hate him and I want him to die. I assume a 25 will hit.
Yeah, 25 absolutely hits.
10 cold damage, and his speed is reduced by 10.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Until the
helpful.
start of my next turn.
Right.
I am just trying my best to hold him in place, and
Wilford looks real bad, and after being blasted by this ray of frost and some frost actually clinging to his shoulders, he just hisses, "You have no idea what it is you're doing. You can't stop them. No one can stop them. Nim, you are up."
Sweet. Out of magic. But I got my sword!
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I rolled the dagger.
Great. I don't need to see the damage. It's an unfortunate time for a nat 20, since please explain what happens when you remove this poor doppelganger's last hit point. Singular.
As he's kind of as he's sputtering out his threats, I toss the rapier into my hand and say, "Shut up!" and skewer his head to the wall.
Fantastic. Right. Great. Yeah. So we'll say, just for my entertainment value, through an ear, out the cheek, into the wall. Right.
Yes.
So the jaw sort of, with the last of its threat, goes slack and just sort of hangs open. And Kaz, you can see a bit of the rapier in its mouth that is coming through the side of its head. The guard at this point fully comes around the corner, and at this point y'all can see, like, full on flop sweat, right? Looks like it probably isn't, but looks like he might be 16, and is not addressing you, but is addressing the creature that is now pinned to the wall with Nim's rapier. You there! Stop! You need to come with me. And just sort of nods at you guys like he's doing a great job. Like, yeah, all right.
Hey, have you checked on the people dying and bleeding in the other room, out of curiosity?
well done. Well done.
I tried, but I can't get in the door.
Can we
Want help?
find the stone on the...
Yeah, easy
Chain.
enough. He's got it in the pocket.
All right. Swipe.
Yep.
All right, well, the magistrate's dead, so there is no law here. Let's get out of here.
Can't get the door open, huh? I'm not going to let Barnabas die without giving him an "I told you so." I will cast knock on the door with the 3rd level slot I just got.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. It's
There's
open.
no chance I might need that slot later, because clearly we've already beaten the
Right.
campaign. So
Okay.
we got the doppelganger. It's over. We won.
Right. Who all's going in? Just so I know.
Me.
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay. Everybody give me a break here, and I will move everybody. What you see in this room is a dead magistrate. Actually, I'll just put it on the actual layer here so everyone can see it too. But you also see another doppelganger dead. Saith Cromley is uh, barely conscious. Barnabas is bleeding profusely, right? But still has some of his faculties about him, right? And as you all enter, he's like, "Oh, thank the gods! Did you stop him?"
Yes.
Right,
Very
and
dead.
the guard there comes in. It's like Barnabas is like, "Okay, look, um, right now we're the only ones who know about this. That's to our advantage. Clearly, the Castellanters are in this up to their necks, if not higher. But we've got to be careful about the way we play this. Um, did did you get the stone?"
Uh, I'll whistle and toss it and juggle it and then stow it back in my own pocket.
He has a large exhale as Saith is pulling himself up to a seated position along the wall. Right? He's, well, look, I mean, the last anyone knows, we took that stone from you. So I think at this point, it's better in your hands than it is in ours. Um, can you go home and figure out what to do with it so that we can end this fucking thing?
I mean, that was our plan already, so thank you, lawman.
I did come in here with every intention of pointing out that I very specifically said you should, under no circumstances, make sure that ends up in Wilfred's hand. But that just seems in poor taste right now. So yes, we will do what you have suggested.
Well,
Should we send a healer? Are you going to be okay? Should I say I told you so now in case you die before this happens? I'm
we
joking.
have
That's a
healers.
joke. That's a joke.
We have healers, and we will send for them.
Okay.
But we've got to clean this mess up first. And by we, I mean Saith and I and that god over there and the 17-year-old looking guard covered in flop sweat swallows hard. Me?
Welcome to the big times.
um Barnabas just says, well, we've still got to find out what the Castellantiers wanted with this. They've got money. I mean, they're clearly mixed up with these devils and devil worship, but we don't have any evidence of them being directly involved in anything illegal.
Wasn't that their servant, their butler, or are they
Well,
just going to say, "Oh, we didn't know what our butler was doing"?
I mean, they easily could, and we don't. I want to be clear that I agree with you about the logic of it, right? But the fact of the matter is, if they say that, we don't have any evidence to the contrary. We need to acquire some. And this is the first time Saith speaks. He coughs up some blood and says, tomorrow at 10 a.m., they'll be here. They're throwing a party in 2 weeks. They wanted to come by to get some permits. I'll keep them here. And Barnabas looks at you and says, well, Amelia and Victoria will be here. Wilford's dead. Do you think you could take that time to find out what the fuck they're doing?
Are you suggesting that we once again, without permission, enter a noble house to investigate without their knowledge?
It would seem that is what I'm suggesting, wouldn't it? Do you have a better idea?
No better idea, just a significant recent amount of experience about what happens when things go poorly.
Well, don't let it go poorly. The good news is the house will be mostly empty.
I'll look at everybody else for any open disagreement.
Heave a very heavy sigh. Just. So, should we do the sneaking into the Castellanders before or after we discover what the stone is all about?
Well,
They're going to be home, presumably, for the next, 18 hours? So we've got time to work with the stone until then.
Fine. We can get this done. No problem. Hey, look at the bright side. If all goes well, Trollskull Alley will be ours with no debt associated with it, huh? Huh?
I put up crossed fingers.
I am currently trying to not have an anxiety attack.
you're trying not to have an anxiety attack?
There's a lot going the fuck on right now, man.
Yeah.
Right, well. Recover well, hopefully you'll live. And we will see you when we have the proof that you require.
One last favor, I think relatively simple. Could you just drag that doppelganger's body back in here? I don't know that I could manage it.
I
Heading
whistle to the teenager beside me and then jerk my thumb towards the door.
Great. Are you helping him or are you just leading him down there?
No, I'm just I'll take one step to look like I'm following him, and then I don't.
Okay. Fantastic. He gets there. He looks around confused, but eventually comes back, drags the thing through, and is like, okay, lead them through down the prisoner's staircase and out through the prisoner's entrance and exit, which the guard does. You are headed back to the haunt. It is at this point probably 9 o'clock at night. As you approach the haunt, again with your high passive perceptions, Exidia and Kaz, you see this before anyone else. You see not one, but two nimble rights flanking the front entrance to the haunt, and they're doing that weird one on either side of the entrance, or either side of the sort of steps up to the porch that lead to the entrance, right? And they're doing that weird, like wavy thing, like bending at the knee, and their hands flopping in the airs, whatever, right? And Piety is on the front porch, who just says, "Well, it's about time. It has been an interesting day." And that is where we will break for intermission. Welcome back, everybody. So, you have returned to the haunt. On the porch is Piety with two Nimblewrights doing their best.
Roll 20 fucked up.
Used car sales routine at either side.
Sorry, did you move the map or no? Because I'm still in an office. I'm trying to figure out if my roll 20 is messed up.
No, you should still be in the courthouse.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah,
said let me put you back here, and I wasn't sure. Never mind.
I have not moved you guys yet. I was making some moves on my own because I plan on moving you shortly, but I'm going to leave you there just for the time being. And Piety looks you all over and says, well, you look a little worse for wear.
Got hosed down to the prison again.
Well, that
Wait, when did they hose us down?
You are unconscious.
Ah, okay.
It was probably better that way, I think.
y'all didn't stay out of prison long. Why were you in this time?
Oh, because they caught us.
We're doing heroics because that's apparently something that's arrestable in this town.
But they let us go because... Ta-da! I'll produce the stone.
No, they let us go because the magistrate got fucking killed or almost.
Oh, please
Oh,
tell me you
he's-
didn't kill the magistrate.
Oh no, he's quite dead.
No, I didn't do it. I didn't get the chance.
Oh dear God. Perhaps we should go inside.
I'll fill her in.
Okay. As you do, Piety explains that the House of Inspired Hands has returned these two repaired Nimblewrights, and but that is not at all the most exciting thing that has happened. And Piety explains that you have some visitors, right? Namely, your next door neighbor in the alley, Fear, who is the proprietor of Coraline's Crown right across the street, and Istrid Horn, the Zentarum that is or was running the sort of fight ring at Colot Towers. And they are here, Kaz, with your brother Jax. They're upstairs currently.
I'm going to make sure the stone gets stowed back on my person because we don't have a cool secret place to hide it.
Okay.
One of us will need to bond with that if we're going to figure out where the entrance to the dragons is. According to it, one of us will need to do that. If you want to do that, or if you still want me to do that, I am...
Oh, by all means. I'll give it over to you immediately.
Okay. I will go up and do that and leave Kaz. If you need anything, just... Should we all be there? What do you think, Kaz?
Yeah, come with me. Hey, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, I figured Exidia and Nim would, but I'm pretty much tapped out. But I will be there for moral support. If you want to hold on to that Nim, you are way better at hiding things than I am.
I'll stow it back in a pocket.
Okay, fantastic. Going upstairs to talk with your visitors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. And Piety just explains, look, Falah, I told you they would be back soon, and here they are. Why don't you explain to them what you explained to me? And Falah is sort of pacing nervously while Istrid and Jax are both seated. Um, Jax is looking a little bit better than the last time. I mean, still, looks like he's been beat up recently, right? But no longer looks like he was beat up hours ago, right? So things appear to be healing. Um, Istrid uh, is sort of silent and stone faced and isn't really looking at any of you directly. Um, and Falal responds. Uh, Falal responds to Piety. Absolutely. Please. Um, I know, given the circumstances, this is an unusual ask, but I was hoping that um, you could hide my girlfriend. And Falal gestures towards Istrid. I was hoping you could hide her for about a 10-day, um, just long enough for some of the heat on the Zentarum to cool down, and at which point, um, if you agree to it, she will leave and she will sign the contract uh, for Jax's debt over to you, so he will be free and clear.
Oh, sure. Hey, that's perfect. Oh, you want to sign it right now? I got a pen on me, but we can find something for you to write it in. Shit, hey.
Right. Istrid,
What?
through clenched teeth, Istrid says, I'll wait to sign it until the 10 days over.
Yeah,
Hold on,
okay.
hold on. You want to wait to sign it over till the 10 days over after you've had our friend's brother killed repeatedly for entertainment?
And
Am I
Istrid
going
just
crazy? That sounds
Istrid
insane.
Istrid
No, you're
just
not going
turns to
crazy fast.
Istrid just turns to Falah and says, I told you this was a bad idea.
And not to mention, but many of us have also nearly been put to the sword by Zentarum recently. Now, I'm all for helping out a neighbor, but you haven't necessarily been neighborly to us in the past.
Um
I'm specifically speaking to the girlfriend, not our actual neighbor who has been fine and chill.
okay, because Falal is like, well, I don't understand. Like I helped with the garden wall on the side of the building, but Istrid is like, look, I'm not your neighbor and I'm not your friend. You've got something I want, and I've got something you want. You're awfully sore winners. You won. The Zentarum are on the run. My hopes and dreams are over, and I acknowledge that. All I want is to get out of here with my life and start over somewhere. Right? The only leverage I've got on anyone anywhere is over the 5 of you because you care about this individual and he is legally bound to me. I'm more than happy to give it up, but I'm not giving it up until I'm free. If I were to sign it now, you would just walk down to the closest god and say, we've captured another Zentarum. It's the only guarantee I have for my safety. If
I
you
mean,
don't
that is
like
a
it,
fair assumption, but it is the case that we are not dicks.
Yes, you're in luck in that we dislike the guards as well.
You think I'm a fucking narc? You know what? Right.
It is your brother, Kaz. Up to
We're,
you.
I'm perfectly cool with doing it. It's just I need you to sign it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna rat you out. Hell, if I was to rat anybody out, it'll look fucking strange. I got a reputation to hold up in the streets. I can't do that.
you do understand that if you kill me, this agreement is still in effect, and he still owes money to the Zentarum. And he'll just be transferred to some other Zentarum individual. Maybe far from here.
I get that.
Wonderful. We're leaving.
What the fuck? Are you sure? I don't want to even think about it for a little bit longer.
I've told you my conditions. I don't trust you. Right?
You don't have to trust us, but frankly, you're not really in a position to be making demands. You're in a position to sign the paper and understand that we will live up to our word.
I think I'm absolutely in a position to make demands. If I turn myself in, you'll never see your brother again.
Or we can kill you right now, and that piece of paper can burn with you.
And you'll
And
never see
no
your
one
brother
will-
again.
He's right there.
Right.
I mean, kill you right now and take Jax
Yes.
out of the town, but we've offered to not do any of that. We
Right,
haven't even threatened it. I'm not even threatening it now. I'm simply stating it as a thing that could be done.
You think
If
I'm
you
the
sign
only
the
one who...
paper-
You think the debtor's prison doesn't have a copy of the contract that Zentarum signed with them?
What good does the contract matter if Jax is not in town? If we keep him safe the way we are offering to keep you safe, if you just sign the paper.
Great, we're leaving. Goodbye. And he starts walking towards the stairs. And he's pulling Jax with him.
Oh my god. Bro, you don't
Can I
got to
just
sign the paper.
step in
You don't
front
have
of
to sign the
door?
paper. Go on.
I will just look at Fala and you might want to talk to her.
I don't understand. It followed to you, says, I don't understand what you have to lose by waiting 10 days to have her sign the contract.
You don't have
She'll-
Jack has 10 days further of imprisonment, is what we have. We have nothing. I mean, it's not even my brother.
But Jax won't be imprisoned. He'll be here with you.
Even more confusing why she just won't sign it then. I don't understand the argument being made. Sorry.
Because if she signs it, what guarantee does she have that you will protect her for 10 days?
Same guarantee she has if she doesn't sign it now. And we go with her deal. Our word. That's all. It's the same either way.
It's not the same either way.
I look over at everyone else. Am I crazy? We are just as likely to try to find alternate solutions if she has not signed it as if she is.
I mean, admittedly, my concern that exists with the 10-day deal is that in that 10 days she still has power over him and may not stay for the 10 days. And then he's gone anyway.
Yeah,
What
we have no reason to trust her
we
as
have
much as she has to
demonstrated
trust us.
fairly implicitly that we have been careful, caring, and wanted to and to help this neighborhood, this city. And she very clearly only has self-preservation on her mind. One of us has a better word than the other.
Istrid chimes in. I'm confused. Are you claiming that you don't think I'll sign him over in 10 days? You think I want to be on the run with that tied to my ankle?
I think the
Okay.
point of it is that we don't trust you. It's what it sounds like. I mean, I think it could be as simple as Buddy here and is gonna stay here, and if you want to leave, you can sign the papers. How's that?
Well, that sounds like a threat.
I was
Um,
thinking offer, but again, this isn't really my shindig. I'm just, voicing possibilities.
okay. You don't sign the paper. You stay here for 10 days. Then you sign the paper, and then you leave. But you can
Yes.
leave anytime during those 10 days. You can just up and do that whenever you want.
I just
Right,
don't get what the
but
10
why
day is
would
for.
because currently the city guard is
Mhm.
actively looking for any and all Zentarum they can find that has been remotely involved with
So your
the
plan is to like hunker in our inn for 10 days and then sign the paper and hope that the heat's lower then?
yes. Who would who would think to look for a Zentarum here?
Okay, no, that's actually a pretty good point. Now that it's been actually laid out in a way that I understood.
So,
There is still the risk, however, that they would look.
Mhm.
And we already have a significant amount of heat on our own necks. And so,
yeah.
once again, we are putting
Right.
ourselves out for you
I'm
and with the only your word, which we do not trust,
it's not
that
my
you
word.
will.
I'm paying you to keep me safe for 10 days.
Yeah,
What
and
I'm paying you is his
found
life.
if you get found 8 days from now and taken, then
Or just leave.
we don't have a signed contract.
You get skittish, and in 8 days you've decided that's good enough. You'll go to the rest of your Zentarum flunkies, and then we're still out, Jax.
Just sign it now and you will have 10 days. Write that
We,
into the contract. I'm a person of my word.
We all are, which we have demonstrated repeatedly, which you have not.
and even still, if you leave right now, they're still gonna be hot on your ass. So it doesn't even make sense to leave right now. You already came here. You think they're
Well,
not outside right now looking for y'all?
well, they are, which is why I'm here. But this is the only thing of value I have left in the world. And you're asking me to just give it over with nothing but your word, right, in return. What I will do,
Yes,
which is a
we are
reasonable
asking.
suggestion, I will write a new contract that states that on such and such a date, 10 days from today, right, the Zentarum release any and all claim to any monies owed to them by Jax. So you will have a contract that
Mm-hmm.
states that in 10 days, this individual is signed over. I can I can make arrangements in the meantime to guarantee that I'm not double crossed.
Perfect.
That's perfectly fine.
Well, shall we drop the papers?
Yeah.
As that's happening, I'll talk with our neighbor who's here. It's like,
Mhm.
you find this personality to be endearing.
I find her personality to be dangerous. I like what I like.
Give her a whistle and walk away from that conversation.
You know what? She's real as fuck for that, so I can't even blame her.
I'm gonna go to my room and start meditating.
All right. You've got an hour to go. What's everyone else doing for the next hour?
Kaz, I'm
Uh,
assuming you're the one signing the contract, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
upon the contract being signed, Istrid just turns to you and says, where would you like me?
I've got a bathtub no one's sleeping in now.
Okay.
She looks confused.
I think we do legitimately have spare space. In the like tall the farthest attic. Not the tower room, but the here on the 4th floor.
Okay. This room here is empty? Great.
Yeah.
Istrid will head up there. Actually,
Isn't that Nim's room?
Yeah, my room's right here. I think I had like claimed this space as like extra space because no one else was using it,
you
but
never
like
use it.
yeah.
And Falal will go up there with him. Jax just gives you a big embrace, Kaz, and collapses back into a chair. Takes a deep breath. Oh, I can't believe this is almost over.
Oh my god.
You don't know what can happen in a 10-day.
Bro, this shit not even close to over.
Wait, what? I don't want to know. Do y'all need a
Yeah.
bartender?
Yeah. Uh, also, I found out I was colorblind recently. I did not know that. I didn't.
What? What do you mean you didn't know that?
What do you mean? I didn't know.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. If you want, you can definitely be a bartender here. Oh my god.
Great. Let's go. Let's go downstairs.
Yeah. Let's go down. You're not scared of ghosts, right?
Excuse me?
You'll find out.
Yeah. Jax takes up station behind the bar.
I spend the next hour flirting with him whenever Kaz passes by.
Okay.
Uh huh. We'll see your mom again.
Oh, so you know what this is about? Great.
Hey, all is
Yikes.
fair in love and war. Yeah. That's the game we're playing today. Oh god.
Excellent. Anything else anyone else would like to get up to for this hour before we check in on Corsonus? Uh, Wonderful. Um, so, Corsonus, you finish your hour of meditation and you hear a voice. That's much better. The lines of communication are much clearer now, don't you think?
Suppose. Now
So,
then, exactly why have you been seeking us out like this? I mean, we have been given part of the story, but I would prefer to hear it
well,
your version of it.
Lord Neverember secured the dragons and hid them away under water deep. For use of the Neverember line. He secured my services to help lock them away and keep them hidden. But things that are hidden don't stay hidden forever. And I could see that the legend of these dragons would grow and grow. So I began to search through visions of the future for an individual or a group of individuals that would help secure this hoard for whichever Neverember was still here. And I had visions of the five of you. So I did my best to keep my secrets hidden from anyone else that might grab me. I have been mostly successful in that endeavor, although some were able to pry some secrets from me. But for you and yours, I have no secrets.
For our sakes, I would hope you'd be able to tell me what you told and to whom, so that we know who else might be privy to this information and thus might be uh, within our path to doing what it is that you seek. I don't. We have spoken to the last of the Neverembers here in Waterdeep, or at least the next in succession to Rainier Neverember, and he wants nothing to do with anything having to do with this, whether that be the dragons or the stone itself. Well, you itself, yourself.
Well, it's unfortunate. His assistance would certainly make things go much easier, particularly with Oranax. But,
I'm sorry. With what? With who?
oh, apologies. The gold dragon that currently guards the dragons, Oranax.
Of course, there is. Of course.
Placed there by Lord Neverember himself. I'm sure he would be more receptive to another Neverember, but there are other ways, I presume.
Well, perhaps I can convince Rainier to help us one final time to complete this journey that began with his kidnapping.
I
Well,
trust that
his
your cohorts will
friends.
do what is right. As for your other question, I can't tell you precisely who successfully pried information from me. There were a few over the years. Most recently, um, there was a devil that was able to exert some sort of influence over me and force me to reveal the 3 keys necessary to open the vault along with myself.
Shit. A devil, you say? Okay.
Mm.
Well, that certainly puts us back in Castle Enter territory.
Hmm.
Fortunate. Well, perhaps you would be willing to reveal to me and to my cohorts later, as you um, call them my friends. That's a much better term. The location and the route to these keys, and we can, with any luck, beat this devil to them.
As you wish, sir. The 3 keys.
Hold on, let me
Hmm.
gather everyone, so that we only have to do this once. I will just try to get a hold of everybody. We can meet in, I guess, the 3rd floor study.
Okay.
All right. Well, the good news, everyone, is would seem that no one has has been able to access the dragons. The bad news is there is a demon who has knowledge of the 3 keys that we will need, along with Galore here, gesturing to the stone, to access the vault where everything is hidden. I thought it best for everyone to be here while Galore describes the routes and locations of the keys, and just keep in mind that we may be racing against a demon to get them.
Again.
Again, yes.
Well,
I also want to stress before this begins that there is no way that we should be doing this tonight, this evening. I am capable of little more than parlor tricks at the moment. Also, several of us still look more than a little injured, and perhaps are in the same boat as I am regarding magical energies. Sorry, Galore, please continue. Wait, you all can't hear him anyway.
apologies, Corsonus. Perhaps I have been unclear. You and your friends don't have to race anyone because you have me. There is only one of me, and I am a necessary component to get into the vault.
Yes. I just simply meant if the demon acquired the keys before we did, then there would be more hellacious bargaining about, oh, I have the keys, and we'd be, but we have the stone, and then we'll have to work together, but we don't
No,
like each other. No, none of that. I don't want to dispense. I want to dispense
good
with all of that and
news-
hopefully beat the demon to the keys.
Understood, Corsonus. The good news for you and your friends is that the keys are not unique items. They are simply unusual items that one would not casually think would be necessary to open anything.
Oh, fascinating.
For
All right,
example,
well, please.
the first key is a performance of the old tune Your Beardy Face.
Tim, do you know Your Beardy Face? Is that one you're familiar with?
Do I know that song?
Roll me a history check, please.
If not, perhaps Mert might have. Mert was the one at the
Mm-hmm.
Bard College. Perhaps he might have a score somewhere that you could utilize.
You don't know the tune. You do know that you do know a couple things. Just based on the title, you're betting that it's probably a dwarven tune. And as you've already predicted, right? You might not know it, but you know a library, right, at a bard college that would, if it doesn't have the lyrics there, like it would probably be able to tell you something about it or where to find it.
I'm sorry, that was called My Bearded
My Beardy Face.
Beardy Face.
Okay. Yeah, I'll. We'll call Brisket in the morning.
Um, the
Sonus does a quiet little fist pump like yes.
Another key is a animated construct.
Oh, nailed that one already.
2 of those.
Oh, wonderful. The final key is a purple unicorn with a pink horn and silver hooves.
Does it have to be a living unicorn?
Strangely specific.
It just has to be a purple unicorn with a pink horn and silver hooves.
Like this? And I will conjure a statuette of one. Exactly as he dictates.
I bet that would work.
Great. This will be here for like an hour, I think, but I can make another one later. I'll just toss it into the corner of the room.
Is there anything else?
I think we should be asking you that. Is there anything else that we would need? You said there was an old tower in the Sea Ward. Nim, Kaz, you two are locals. Any idea which tower? Galore, would you have any further details on this tower? Anything that might be useful to us?
Well, not really, other than if you, I should say, when you decide to enter, you take me with you, and I will guide you as we get closer and closer.
Great. So, I suppose we should decide. Do we want to try to get to bed early and then possibly dive after I guess the lyrics to the song first thing in the morning before we then make our way politely and respectfully to the Castellanter's estate? Or should we wait to do those things until after we have peacefully, quietly, and politely left the Castellanter's estate?
Well, I suppose it would depend on how long it would take us to find the vault. If we can find it before we need to go to the castle enters, that might be. I don't know, perhaps there's something there that might help us, or even simply being able to prove that we have access to the vault might get the Castellanters to say something that perhaps they wouldn't otherwise. Did I say something ridiculous?
Oh, just thinking. Kaz, Exidia, what do you think?
I think Kaz has stepped away.
Oh, yes.
I'm
Nope.
back.
Oh, sweet.
Excellent timing.
We're trying to figure out if it would be better to try getting to the Castellantiers first, and then going after the treasure, and following the stone's instructions to get to the treasure hoard, or do we go to the treasure hoard first and maybe potentially find some evidence that would indict the Castellantiers?
I mean, the big thing is the castle and tiers. Like, we have to be there at a specific time. If we get caught up and we miss our chance, there's no going back for that. So, I think probably planning to snoop around there first is better. Make sure we do that on time, and then we can pursue after that.
Yeah, I like that plan personally.
I just liked the idea of potentially removing the dragons from the vault or moving them somewhere else, such that should we be caught while on the Castellanter's estate, even should they get to the vault, they would have nothing there. But that is perhaps being petty of me. It is certainly far less risky to do it your way, yes. Look, fuck them, okay?
I know. I love it so much.
I've already done it. I just think going to the castle lanterns is first is better.
Mm. All right. It sounds like, vengeful pettiness aside, we are decided it would be in our best interest to handle the noble visitation first. We're decided?
Works for me.
Seems like it, yes.
All right.
I better not get arrested again.
Well, be quieter
The city,
next time.
the city guard kicks down the front door with an arrest warrant for Exidia.
Oh,
No, um, I wish, just because that would be entertaining for me personally, but no, that does not happen. The evening is yours. Anything? Sounds like you have at least the beginnings of a plan. Anything else you'd like to cover this evening? Either plan related or not.
Don't think so. I think for once Nim is determined to get to bed early.
yeah.
Anybody else?
I'm very exhausted.
Okay.
Yep, no, nothing for Chrysonis.
Yep.
Great. Long rest for everybody.
Precious
Yay.
smells.
Yeah.
That sounds delightful.
Yeah, it's been a long day, long rough day. Great. Um, and I will let me know, Exidia, when you are done, I know you've got to pick spells. So if you want to alter that spell list a bit, I'll give you a little time to contemplate, given what you believe is upcoming. Oh, and I forgot to mention, but Fala has left and returned to their shop / abode. Actually, you know what? I think given the time, let's call session here. So you've got plenty of time then, Exidia, to make spell
Mhm.
selections. And also, I don't feel the need to try and rush whatever it is that comes next.